welcome to day 94. It's really great to be back. We're talking today about how contemporary artists are handling light. Now, if I'm going to go through a couple of slides as I'm chatting, you can just have a look at some of the examples that I've picked out for you that, in my opinion, best describe the way that modern contemporary artists are handling light. I think one of the hallmarks of what's going on at the moment is the fact that artists are starting with really dark canvases and building up slowly over the layers through to the very lightest, highest values that are on their canvases. A lot of them are showing a lovely strong contrast, a bit like the chiaroscuro painting that we've just looked at, but of course the style is really different. Now, I'm not looking at style today. I just want to look at how the artists are layering their paints on in such a lovely thick impasto way that the paint itself is starting to become reflective, and the thickness of the paint is helping to catch the light as well, and there's extra shadows are thrown onto the canvas because of this some of these paints that are so lovely and thick. What I'm finding so exciting, what's happening with the painting of light at the moment, is I think if we can look at light as something that is added to. Light is added to the canvas. So you'd start your painting in really darks, and as you build up through the layers to create the form of your subject, the lights would come out really right at the end in lovely big bold brush strokes. So they are added to, and it's a bit like you walk into a dark room, the lights are off, you switch the light on, light gets added to the room and things become illuminated. So the light is almost sitting on top of the subject. So if we start to think about light as something quite tangible, something that is actually placed on top of another surface, it makes it a little bit easier to start placing your highlights on the painting. So if you're the kind of artist that enjoys painting light, and light is as fascinating to you as it is to me, then what modern contemporary painters are doing at the moment with light, you'll find really helpful. Because what they're doing at the moment will actually teach us to view light as a particular element separate from the object that we're painting. So you place your light on top of your object. In the more classical style of painting, the lights and darks are sort of built up at the same time, and certainly when it comes to glazing, you would paint from your lighter to your darker. But this is different. This is really starting with a very dark, in some cases even a very black canvas, and then painting right up to the highest values of the light. So our next project is going to be concentrating on placing our lights at the end of our painting. I'm going to do a demo for you over the next few days, building up a canvas from darks to our very lights, and we'll have a look and see how this affects the quality of our painting. And what we can do maybe afterwards is we can have a look at all the paintings that we've done, or that I've got in my art room, that show all the different lights and the way that light's painted, and we can really get a good understanding of how contemporary artists are dealing with light at the moment. So artists, we've really covered light quite intensively over the last few days, and we'll end it off having had a much better understanding of how to paint light and how to get the different qualities of light in your painting. So starting tomorrow, we'll start the next painting, so stay tuned and see how that one comes along. In the meantime, do the normal thing, the liking and the sharing. It'll be very great, thank you. And of course, the YouTube channel is there for you to catch up if there's anything that you've missed out on. Thank you for joining me on day 94, and thanks for all your support throughout the epic journey. The learning process is awesome, and it's great to share it with you. So thanks again. This is Dalene FM. I will see you tomorrow in 95. Bye.
That's what you want to do.